Hi there, I want to talk to you about something that I get a surprising number of queries about, and that is fitting instructions, or how to fit various things which are covered in the fitting instructions. I'm going to take an example. I'm going to go for a BSA R10, and we're going to go for a humour regulator. There we go, R10 humour regulator, right, BSA R10 humour regulator DIY fit. Okay, there's a load of information explaining what it does and the benefits and all the rest of it. And then here it says there are detailed fitting instructions on the fitting instructions page on the website. The fitting instructions are a series of YouTube videos, so you will need access to the internet. No paper fitting instructions are supplied with the regulator. And then below that, before ordering a regulator, please make sure you have made yourself familiar with the fitting instructions on the fitting instructions page on the website. Happy to carry out the work. You're able to adjust the power to keep the rifle legal. You have the necessary tools to carry out the work, and you have access to a chronograph to set the power once the regulator has been fitted. And then below that, the regulator does not come with any printed fitting instructions. The instructions are on my website. Also bear in mind that any videos you may have watched on YouTube before visiting my eShop may have not been the complete fitting instructions. So there we go. I mean, that's 3 times that it's talked about fitting instructions being on the fitting instructions website, web page. And there we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, look, fitting instructions, which you then go down, you find BSA rifles and R10. If you've got the sub 12 foot-pound one, then you'd go for that one, and if you've got the high-powered or FAC export R10, then you'd go for that one because the fitting instructions are slightly simpler. So there we go. And then as well as that, there are in the receipt email that you get after placing your order, there's a link to the fitting instructions page, and on the business card that arrives in the parcel with your order, there's a link to the fitting instructions. On the packet that the actual regulator arrives in is a link to the fitting instructions. So I think I've covered pretty much every base that I can. And if you haven't followed one of those links, you can simply go to my website and go to the fitting instructions, which is up at the top. Click on that, and there's all the fitting instructions for various rifles and parts that I sell. And there's also a guides and links page, which doesn't have so much in the way of fitting instructions because they're covered on the fitting instructions page, but there's various things about how to fix leaks and find leaks and service various bits and pieces of various rifles. So there is a lot of information for you on my website, both from a fitting instructions point of view, and if you want to do any sort of DIY repairs or servicing, I've pretty much got you covered. Thanks.